Before starting this video, tell me the truth. How many clips you have watched about procrastination until reaching out this clip? But if you still struggle with procrastination and cannot find ways out, this clip is for you. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Ted. In this video, I won't talk much about motivations because it won't change much in your action. I will focus on the ways that can help you start things right now. First of all, we need to understand what procrastination is to make sure we are on the same page. Procrastination basically is you want to do something, you need to do something, or you have to do something, but you don't do it. You keep wasting time on irrelevant things. For example, you want to start a side project, but you don't. You need to go exercising, but you don't. You have to finish your homework because the deadline is tomorrow, but you don't either. You keep scrolling, watching random clips, folding clothes, or chatting with your friends. Consequently, you haven't done anything. A lot of work waiting for you. Work at work. And the more you procrastinate, the more work you have to do. When reaching a certain point, you can't do anything because now you burnt out in your mind, you don't know where to start and how to finish it. It affects negatively to your study, your work, and your future. So how to step out of cycle of procrastination? I will bring you 2 ways that's really effective for me, and these 2 ways work perfectly when combining it together. First, stop doing irrelevant things. Why I said that? Because things that don't actually matter to what you're supposed to do, it's just a kind of wasting your energy. When doing irrelevant things, your energy drains out step by step, and when coming to do your work, you don't have enough energy to do it anymore. Since you don't have enough energy, so the laziness and the voices in your mind will beat all of your willpower and end up with procrastination. So the really first thing I want you to do is stop doing irrelevant things right now. Put the phone far away from you or throw it anywhere you can't reach out easily. But if you did procrastinate 2 or 3 hours up to now, I know it's really hard, but it doesn't mean we can't. What I want to suggest now is take a short nap about 20 to 30 minutes to refresh your mind and then wash your face later. And remember to remove all the things that might be an obstacle before taking a nap. I used to be naive that I kept telling myself that I would do things after watching the videos or after cooking, but I didn't realize that those random stuff waste most of my energy and I don't have enough for the things that actually matter. I think that's the reason why we have the Eisenhower Matrix. For who don't know, Eisenhower Matrix is designed for manage and prioritize tasks by urgency and importance. It split our tasks into 4 categories. The first quadrant of the matrix is the task with deadlines or consequences. It means if you don't do that, it will quickly cause you some issues. Some tasks I can think of like doing assignment at school, preparing for the test, or finishing projects for your clients. And these tasks we do it at very beginning of our day. The second quadrant is the tasks are not urgent but still important. Usually these tasks affect your long-term goals. You don't need to do it now, but you can schedule to do it later, such as reading a book, exercising, or attending online courses, etc. Quadrant 3 is the place for tasks that are urgent but not important. These tasks must be completed now, but fortunately, they don't affect any long-term goals if you don't do it. For example, making meals, organizing your table, or doing laundry. We often do this when you finish the first 2 quadrants, or you can delegate this for someone who cares, for example your mom. The last quadrant is for things that neither important nor urgent. This is usually something that causes distraction for you from achieving your goals, and we want to get rid of this. And the most popular example is the thing is in front of you. You're right. your phone, your computer if you are not using it the right way. You use it for entertainment purposes like playing games, chatting with your friends, or watching videos clips. Of course, I don't say it totally wrong, but you can use it when you finish all the tasks from the first 3 quadrants. But if you're not, there can be a huge obstacle you created for yourself. Sorting like this gives you a clear understanding of what needs to be done right now and what don't. Logically, you want to do this start in orders from the first quadrant to the last quadrant. If you mess the order, of course, the task from the third and the last quadrant will steal your attention from another task. The only thing I want you to remember from the first step is stop doing irrelevant things, especially things from the third and the last quadrant in Eisenhower Matrix, because you can save more energy for things that are more important. When you get rid of irrelevant things, that does not guarantee that you will start working, but if you don't get rid of this, it guarantees that you continue procrastinating the work you have to done. Now, moving to the second step, which is a magical way to push you doing things that you don't really want to. So, step 2 is 2-minute rules. It might sound familiar if you watched tons of clips about procrastination before. If it's not, I'm going to explain it right now. The idea is really simple. Do things you procrastinate in 2 minutes. That's it. I know it's not really fancy, but it's a really effective trick you can do to your mind. I will show you why it's effective. Just think about what you don't want to do your job and keep that answer in your mind. The answer might be something like,
I don't have enough motivation. I feel lazy right now, or I can do it later, and a lot more.
And when you dive deeper into these answers, you will realize that they have something in common. Your work is really complicated to do, or it would take a lot of time and effort to do, and by instinct, we don't want to do that things. So the 2-minute rule can help you break the barrier in your mind to start. Let's say you want to read a book. Now, let's trick your mind. You will telling yourself, okay, I will read a book in 2 minutes, and that's it. If after 2 minutes I feel tired or don't want to read anymore, you can choose to put the book down and do the other things, because no one can force you to do things that you don't like, right? But you must do that thing in 2 minutes first. You sit down, set a timer, and after 2 minutes, we can decide later, because once you begin, it's easier to continue, and you have all rights to choose to stop or continue your work after 2 minutes, and that's up to you. But the very first 2 minutes are really important. You can do things in the feeling that you don't want to, but it's just 2 minutes. It's really fast. Maybe you don't feel much, or even you don't feel anything about it. Of course, I use this technique a lot for myself. I procrastinate recording this video, but yeah, I'm sitting here and you have a video to watch. So just tell yourself like that and go to do things that you procrastinate in 2 minutes, and you can decide to stop or continue after that. Do you still remember the Eisenhower Matrix? If you choose to stop the stuff, okay, you can pick another one from the first or the second quadrant to do, which is much easier than the current. And remember, don't choose things from the last 2 quadrants. What's that? Because we got rid of them from the step 1 already. Let's say you have a big assignment and you haven't started yet, and the description of the assignment is about 2 A4 pages. I know it's sick to start from scratch, but you have to do it anyway. So let's trick your mind with 2-minute rule. Let's read just the description of the assignment, and then after 2 minutes, you can choose to stop or continue. But now, just focus on reading in 2 minutes. And you don't need to care much about how fast you read. You can read slow, you can read fast. That depends on your ability. But now, just keep reading with your full attention in 2 minutes. And after that, something magical appears. You have some sense about what you will do, and that will create the momentum for your next action. And this 2 minutes rule is also effective for some small stuff. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately instead of putting it in a list or keeping it in your mind. Some tasks I can think of like washing a dish, answering an email, or organizing a drawer. Why it works? Because the time you spend thinking about it might take longer than just doing it. So instead of scheduling, why not doing it now? It also cleans your mind and you don't have much work to do, which is really great. These two steps I frequently use for myself when I feel procrastinated. In short, first step is stop doing irrelevant things which can save you time and energy for things that actually matter. The second step is the 2 minutes rules, which help you to start doing things instead of overthinking. You can apply these two steps right now and to see how effective they are. And remember to go back after finishing your work and drop a comment how you feel. Hope this clip can help you stop procrastinating and start doing things that matter to you. And see you in the next one. Goodbye.